Hare Krishna. Welcome back to our online Swadhyaya retreat labs. So, we read every day Śrīmad Bhāgavatam in this lab every day morning. And yesterday we have started with Canto number 9, Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. So, I will just quickly recap what we have covered, then we will proceed further. Let me share my screen. So, yesterday we have started with Canto number 9, chapter number 3, the marriage of Sukanya and Chavanamuni, verse number 1 till verse number 10, right? And today we are going to cover from verse number 11 to verse number 17. In case if you missed it out, then you can always watch the recording in the YouTube that you already have. This is already in there in my YouTube channel. And also at the same time, you can read, if you want to read from Vedabase, then you can go to the vedabase.io, then go to the Canto number 9, Liberation. And from there, you have to go to the chapter number 3, the marriage of Sukanya and Chavanamuni, right? Then here we have covered yesterday till verse number 10. So today we'll be try to cover the remaining verses starting with verse number 11 to 17. Let's move on. So text number 11. So it's Canto number 9, chapter number 3, verse number 11. We'll be reading only the translation and purport part. In the Sloka recitation lab, we will be focusing more on the Sloka recitation and word by word meaning of that. So if you want, you can read through it. But now, for the time being, we'll be only reading the translation and the purport part. Translation. Thereafter, sometime having passed, the Ashwini Kumar brothers, the heavenly physicians, happened to come to Chavanmuni's ashrama. After offering them respectful obeisances, Chavanmuni requested them to give him youthful life, for they were able to do so. Purport. The heavenly physicians like the Ashwini Kumars could give youthful life even to one who was advanced in age, right? Indeed, great yogis with their mystic powers can bring a dead body back to life if the structure of the body is in order. We have already discussed this in connection with Bali Maharaja's soldiers and treatment by Sukracharya. Modern medical science has not yet discovered how to bring a dead body back to life or bring youthful energy to the old body. But from these verses, we can understand that such treatment is possible if one is able to take knowledge from the Vedic information. The Ashwini Kumaras were expert in Ayurveda, as was Dhanvantari. In every department of material science, there is a perfection to be achieved, and to achieve it, one must consult the Vedic literature. The highest perfection is to become a devotee of the Lord. To attain this perfection, one must consult Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, which is understood to be the ripe fruit of the Vedic desire tree, Nigama Kalpatarur Galitam Phalam. Right. So we'll go to the next verse. Verse number 12, translation. Shavaramuni said, although you are ineligible to drink somorous in sacrifices, I promise to give you a full pot of it. Kindly arrange beauty and youth for me, because they are attractive to young human. Moving to the next verse, verse number 13. The great physicians, the Ashwini Kumaras, very gladly accepted Javanamuni's proposal. Thus, they told the Brahmana, just dive into this lake of successful life. One who baths in this lake has his desires fulfilled. Verse number 14, translation. After saying this, the Ashwini Kumaras caught hold of Chavanamuni, who was an old diseased invalid with loose skin, white hair, and veins visible all over his body. And all three of them entered the lake. Purport. Chavanamuni was so old that he couldn't enter the lake alone. Thus, the Ashwini Kumars got hold of his body, and the three of them entered the lake. Moving to the next verse, verse number 15. Translation. Thereafter, three men with very beautiful bodily features emerged from the lake. They were nicely dressed and decorated with earrings and garlands of lotuses. All of them were of the same standard of beauty. Verse number 16. Translation. The chaste and very beautiful Sukanya could not distinguish her husband from the two Ashwini Kumaras, for they were equally beautiful. Not understanding who her real husband was, she took shelter of the Ashwini Kumaras. Purport: Sukanya could have selected any one of them as her husband, for one could not distinguish among them. But because he was chaste, she took shelter of the Ashwini Kumaras so that they could inform her who her actual husband was. A chaste woman will never accept any man other than her husband, even if there be someone equally as handsome and qualified. Verse number 17. Translation. The Ashwini Kumaras were very pleased to see Sukanya's chastity and faithfulness. Thus, they soured her Chavana Muni, her husband, and after taking permission from him, they returned to the heavenly planets in their plane. So, this is the second segment of our learning today, where we are seeing the Chavana Muni, how he becomes a young man. So we'll stop here. In the next segment, next part, we will start with the verse number 18 to verse number 23. Hare Krishna.